Hi everyone and welcome to the Property Edge, Edge Recruitment's live market update for South Australia's property and real estate industry. My name is Peta Seaman. I'm the Managing Director here at Edge Recruitment in South Australia. On today's show, we'll be joined by Mary Jane, Principal Consultant here at Edge, and Ally Bain from 𝗽𝗲𝗿𝗽𝗲, SA and NT to unpack how artificial intelligence is refining skills, jobs, and recruitment across the real estate industry. We'll also take a look at the latest employment stats, the results from our latest social media polls, and the latest property and real estate job opportunities across Adelaide. A survey earlier this year revealed that 86% of Australians are already using artificial intelligence in their day-to-day work. There's no doubt AI is here and reshaping how we work. From automating tasks and improving customer experience to changing how roles are recruited, AI is having a growing influence across every corner of the property and real estate industry. This brings both opportunity and uncertainty. How will it redefine the skills we need, the roles we hire for, and the relationships we build with clients? To unpack how AI is changing the face of property and real estate, I'd like to introduce Edge Recruitment's Mary Jane and 𝗽𝗲𝗿𝗽𝗽's Ally Bain. Thanks for joining us, ladies.
Hi, Ally. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Mary Jane. Thank you for having me.
To start us off, Ally, can you tell us a little bit about your role and your background that you do with 𝗽𝗲𝗿𝗽𝗽 at South Australia Northern Territory?
Yeah, sure. So I've been in the real estate industry for 30 years altogether. I did start my career in sales, but I've been in property management as the majority of my career. So I started in reception. I've done admin, marketing. I've been a property management assistant, property manager, trust account, BDM, head of PM, team leader. And I've also dabbled in sales a little bit as well. So now I am the Business Development Executive for 𝗽𝗲𝗿𝗽𝗽 South Australia Northern Territory. So my main role is to assist departments with structure and efficiencies and assist with the implementation of software systems such as ALO, Property Me. I provide training to the network on current legislation, processes and procedures, and I assist with recruitment support. Sorry, Mary Jane.
Sounds like a very busy role.
It is, but I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm also a part of the international team as well. So I collaborate on processes, procedures, systems for 𝗽𝗲𝗿𝗽𝗽 South Australia and New Zealand.
Wow, very exciting. AI has quickly become a major force in workplaces. From your perspective, how do you think it's influencing the real estate industry?
Yeah, it's definitely reshaping real estate sales and property management industries. We see it moving forward as a futuristic concept to a practical tool that drives efficiency, improves client experiences and creates new service models. It's assisting with personalization generation and nurturing by using CRM systems that analyse a potential client's online behaviour, such as the properties that they view, the articles that they read, and it predicts their needs and readiness to buy or sell. It's allowing agents to deliver high, quality follow-ups, marketing materials to the sales and property management markets. It's assisting with automated and enhanced marketing, creating really compelling property listings. And it's now faster and more effective. The AI tools can write property descriptions, virtually stage homes, so they can digitally furnish, empty rooms, which saves a lot of money on physical staging costs. And it optimizes ad campaigns. It automatically targets advertisements on social media and Google to demographics that are most likely to be interested in a specific suburb or property type.
With your particular role, what are the main areas that you've seen AI being used in a day-to-day situation in property management?
Yeah, well, because I'm on the PM side of the fence now, it's really the automation of our routine tasks on every day-to-day property management. So automated rent collection, sending the reminders for late payments, tracking expenses, and in lease management, creating, the automation for lease renewals, ensuring compliance with regulations, maintenance coordination, and streamlining maintenance workflows. And from a tenant, they can submit a request now via a chatbot. They don't have to wait until the property manager is actually in the office. And it can dispatch a contractor, and it can track the work's progress. It can provide 24/7 customer support, again, so that they're not relying on the property manager to always be sitting at their desk, 9 to 5. And it's efficient, it can be really great for efficient tenant screening. So the AI algorithms can quickly screen potential tenants by analysing credit history, rental backgrounds, and employment information.
Yeah. With all these changes that are taking place with AI, do you think that the skills and experience that real estate officers are now looking for different?
Yeah, absolutely. AI is really reshaping the skills and experiences that real estate agencies are prioritising when hiring. The emphasis is shifting from agents who primarily handle transactions to those who can act as like a tech-savvy advisor. With AI automating routine tasks, agencies are now looking for a blend of advanced technological and interpersonal skills. So no, definitely beneficial for agencies when they're hiring.
Across a lot of the industries, there's a fear that AI could replace human roles. Do you think that's realistically realistic in real estate?
Not long term. Look, I definitely understand the concern. I don't believe it can replace the human roles in real estate. Despite the advancements, the role of the real estate agent and the property manager, it remains vital to the industry because it can't replace the emotional intelligence and empathy that we need as property managers and sales agents. Buying and selling or renting a home, it's a financial and it's an emotional decision. A real estate agent provides a crucial human connection, understanding a client's needs, calming their anxieties, and like celebrating milestones in a way that an algorithm just can't. Real estate transactions often involve complex negotiations. An experienced agent can navigate these discussions and advocate for those clients' best interests, and they can offer creative solutions to keep like a deal on track. And agents possess in-depth knowledge of neighbourhood schools, local market dynamics that goes beyond raw data. And
Absolutely.
It's people that build the trust and relationships.
Looking into the future, what new opportunities do you think AI might create in property management, perhaps in service delivery, client experience or career growth?
Yeah, it can reinvent the client experience. During a viewing, an agent could use a generative like AI app on a tablet to instantly show a client how a space could be transformed. So that's for sales and for people looking at renting. AI-powered community integration. So for clients moving into a new suburb, AI-powered service could help them integrate into the community by connecting them with local community groups, recommending schools based on their child's learning style and suggest local events, making the new house feel like a home faster. And AI will forge new specialised career paths for property professionals who are willing to adapt and upskill. Ultimately, AI will handle the repetitive data-heavy tasks, freeing up professionals to focus on the human elements of the business, which are strategy, creativity, empathy, and building those genuine relationships.
Yeah. And finally, with these changes that are taking place and with people working in real estate and wanting to stay a step ahead in regards to AI, what would you suggest for them?
Oh, look, I really suggest that real estate professionals across sales, property management, they really need to embrace AI. I think a lot of people are, they're nervous about it, but really embrace it because they are upskilling themselves and they'll be equipped with some really powerful tools that will allow them to offer, unprecedented value in the market, which will lead to greater client satisfaction and new avenues for them for their own professional growth.
That sounds wonderful. Well, it sounds like AI is going to be very well received in the property management area, and we really thank you for your time today, Ally.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you very much, Mary Jane and Ally, for your time today. You've given us some great insights into how AI is refining skills, jobs and recruitment in the real estate industry. Very interesting indeed. Stay with us. There's still lots more to come in this edition of the Property Edge. Let's move on to the property report.
What do you love most about recruiting for the property industry?
What I love most about recruiting in the property industry what I love most about recruiting in the property industry is the people and the interesting roles that people have.
The property industry is a dynamic industry to work in. It's fun, it's ever-changing, and it's a very, very busy industry. It can be very challenging at times, but most of all, it's rewarding. You get to meet amazing people that come from all walks of life.
For the last 16 years, I've had the opportunity to work for clients that have been startup businesses. I've helped them succeed in building a very strong team that they've gone on to develop bigger and better team.
And most of all, what I would like to say is I love seeing growth. I can recruit somebody that's a receptionist and 5 years later, she's a commercial property manager, and seeing that growth in the business and the longevity, it means I've done my job well.
Okay, to start this week's property report, let's take a look at the latest employment stats. Australia's unemployment rate climbed to 4.5% in September, which is up from 4.3% in August and the highest jobless rate since 2021. So despite around 14,900 new jobs added over the month from over 48,000 more people entering the labour workforce. Key economists say these figures confirm the labour market is cooling but not collapsing. It's easier for employers to hire, yet specific skills are still hard to find. Nationally, job ads fell 3.3%, and that's the biggest monthly drop since 2024, early in that year, signalling slower hiring through the overall market remains healthy. However, according to SEEK, national real estate and property job ads were up by 1.9% in September, showing continued strength in the sector. Here in South Australia, the unemployment rate is 4.5%, in line with the national average. And according to SEEK, here in South Australia, job ads across all industries have grown by 3.9% year on year, the highest growth in the country. Property and real estate jobs has seen a huge 25.9% growth in job ads since July to September versus the same quarter last year, and applications per ad are high compared to the average of 5 years. Within the property and real estate sector, there is current high demand for sales associates, property managers in both residential and commercial, facilities managers, leasing and support and admin roles. Now for some insight from our recent social media polls. There's undoubtedly a growing momentum behind the shift to a 4-day work week in Australia, with trials showing productivity can be maintained or even improved while burnout drops. In 2022, companies across Australia and New Zealand trialled a model where employees received 100% of their pay for 80% of working hours, while aiming for 100% productivity. After the trial, 70% of companies reported increased productivity and 90% kept the model in place. We asked our followers whether we should move to a 4-day working week here in Australia. 66% of those people said yes to receiving 100% pay for 100% outcomes only over 4 days, with 17% saying maybe it could work as long as output stays high. 10% suggested the model could be trialled further before locking it in as a permanent change. And interestingly, just 7% said no to working full-time hours across 4 days. And as we heard earlier in this episode, AI tools are no doubt becoming more common across most industries, but usage still varies widely. So we asked our followers whether it's already playing a role in their day-to-day work. And a huge 78% said they regularly use AI to enhance or complete job tasks. 11% are using AI occasionally for some tasks, and 11% are not using AI at all. So interestingly, no one hasn't used AI yet, is planning to use at any time soon. Now let's take a look at this week's hot jobs. This week's hot jobs are presented by the 2025 Employment and Salary Trends Market Report. Get the latest insights you need to remain competitive, attract top talent, and align with the latest salary trends. Visit the Edge Recruitment website to request your copy of the market report today. So taking a look at the jobs that we've got on here in Edge South Australia. So we have a sales associate, work side by side with a top performing sales agent in this permanent full-time role with a competitive base salary, commissions and career progression at a high performing and well-respected real estate agency based in the city fringe. We have a commercial property manager, and this is a full-time permanent role managing a varied portfolio at a fast expanding commercial property business in a prime inner east Adelaide location. And we also have a senior property officer. This is an immediate start part-time temp opportunity not far from the Adelaide city, and you work 3 days per week managing land leases and licenses. Full-time hours are on an option for the right person. These are just some of the jobs available now at Edge. You'll find the links to these jobs in the comments below, and all of our vacant roles can be found on the Edge website at 𝗽𝗲𝗿𝗄𝗏.com.au. That's it for today. So jump onto Edge Recruitment's social media across LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram if you have anything you'd like to add to the topics we've discussed to stay ahead of the job market and be the first to hear about any of the new property and real estate job opportunities across Adelaide. Thank you for joining us for the Property Edge. We will be back soon with our next edition to cover the latest market and employment updates across South Australia. See you then.